Alright, hello Yugioh Dynasty, hello Yugioh Community. So right now, you're seeing my Cashier Utopia deck, which is currently tier 8. It's at the bottom of the barrel, and bottom of the barrel for a reason. 10 months ago, I can get this deck to Plat 1, but I couldn't get it to Diamond rank. And then, as I've told you guys many times in the stream, my Math Mech Code Talker deck had to get me to Diamond and carry pretty much. So I kind of updated the deck today. Be testing this deck next season. But why is this deck tier 8? Okay, so it's tier 8 for a reason. Number one, it bricks a lot. It's really brick heavy because of the Cashier and Horus shit. So I took all the Horus shit out now and I just left the Cashier stuff. Since I only have the Cashier stuff at a 1 of, I rarely see it, but if I do see it, this is kind of like the board that I'll set up. So I'm setting up the Red Eyes card for a burner FTK. And right now I'm just trying to set up a full board with the burner card on the field. So every effect that my opponent activates, it takes 500 damage. I was going to add Galaxy Wave in this as well to combo with that, but the problem is when you use a lot of burner cards, the game just fully bricks you because they don't want you to win with like burn shit pretty much, unless you're using a full burn trap deck. But yeah, so the deck is still really powerful with extensions and stuff like that, no different than my other Utopia decks. It has the Galaxy engine, so it gives us an extraordinary extension and an extraordinary normal summon for any light monster in our hand. This is kind of the combo lines that you'd want to go for. Get Xyz tactics and draw into a lot of cards, since we have the trap cards also in the deck. The board is still pretty powerful. You still have like a solid maybe 11 interruptions, 12 if you have your trap card as well. But the deck provides you tons of extenders. Like just with the unicorn, with the spell card into Fenrir, search the level 4. As long as you have another level 4 in your hand, you can pretty much do full combo. If you have Automata pickup, you can change them into level 4s and extend if you want to. So the board I'm kind of setting up here is, so I put Karibo also in my deck, so it's kind of like 13, well, it's kind of like 12 interruptions, because Karibo can stop one battle phase, and the Galaxy Karibo is like 2 interruptions, so it can stop another. So that's like, this board is like 12 interruptions right now, pretty much. From my board and my hand, it's like 12 interruptions. And due to the current format with Tenpai and shit, I had to put Tornado Dragon on the field. So right here I'm just going for more negates so I can have the most optimal interruptions, which is the full 12 interruptions, right? I have 2 Karibos in my hand, so even if I was up against Tenpai, I would be able to survive. And we're just burn damaging him. Now, if you don't want to summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, you can still summon Hope Harbinger and still have a solid 10 interruptions. Well, I guess it's 13 with numbers protection as well. And then we just attack for game. But yeah, the weakness is pretty much just the bricks. Alright guys, welcome back. Now you're seeing some gameplay of Aaron's Unstoppable Horus Utopia deck, which is currently tier 5 in strength of all 8 of my Horus Utopia decks. Alright, so I'm going to explain really quickly why it's tier 5. So it does not have the full Galaxy engine, so it doesn't allow us an extra extender. It doesn't allow us, it doesn't allow us, normally when you're in rank, especially high rank, they give you only 3 level 4s to work with. So when I add created the Galaxy engine to Utopia, it allowed us to still do full board, 10 interruptions, still get Draco on the field and everything. So with Aaron's deck, he doesn't have the full Galaxy engine at all. So if we have 3 level 4s, we cannot extend into an extraordinary summoning mechanic and go into Draco. So this is how the board would look like. I would get Sage, I would bring back the other card, but since I don't have the Galaxy engine, I can't extend into any more plays to then go into Draco or anything like that, right? I can't go into Abyss Dweller either because I don't have an extra extender. So the board would basically be Sage, it would be Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, and just, maybe Leo Ray and maybe Hope Harbinger. In this current format right now, it does not contend with Tempai, but the deck, what makes it powerful is it always has the out to hand traps. So it provides you full combo. The Horus engine is only in steady and happy, so you're not going to brick with Horus cards, and it provides you the out to hand traps. So as long as you have the out to max C, you're guaranteed full combo. You're going to guarantee get, like, this board can do like a full 8 interruption board. Like, that's this board's max, 8 interruptions. And you search numbers protection. It's just I didn't have any more extenders to really do all those plays. So the good thing about this deck is it outs hand traps, but it doesn't give you reoccursion. And if you really brick to the point where you can only summon Galaxy Photon Lord, you can't get happy on the field to reset your cards in your graveyard to then stay in the game longer. So pretty much you're kind of like only, but without stronger reoccursion, it's not really that powerful to maintain itself in rank. So that's its weakness and that's its strength. Outs hand traps, pretty much. Alright, so welcome back. So this is my Master Mega Horus Utopia deck. It's currently strength out of all 8 of my Horus Utopia decks. So why is it tier 7? So, like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't matter what tier, like 7, 5, and 6, there's not really a big difference, because all my decks can make it to diamond rank. I've proven that in stream. But it's just that each deck works its own way. Each deck sets up a board its own way. And Master Mega is, the reason it's so low on the list is because just like Cashier, it bricks a lot. It's got Horus in here, and you know, the Magia cards, you need 2 of those Magician cards in your hand plus Tynamis. Tynamis is searchable with the Magician cards. And then you also need a substitute fusion in your hand to get out Mega. You can't get out Mega the turn that you do your Utopia combos, because when you activate Sage, you're locked into Xyz monsters, so you can only maybe do it the next turn, right? So I'm activating the effect right now to get Tynamis, and then I can shuffle back a card back into my deck, right? I have Polymerization, but I don't need it right now because I don't have a substitute fusion, so I get rid of it. So the cool thing about Master Mega is even if you don't get Master Mega out, the deck is still powerful. Like, there's this video that I posted up of my Master Mega deck. It got like 657 views, and I was up against Labyrinth. Makonko in casual duels, and he double maxed me, and he still fucking lost to this deck. Even though I couldn't get out Mega, the deck's reoccursion is very good. The Horus engine really helps out a lot, and if you know the cards to negate, you're sitting in a good spot. This deck can set up a can it set up 12 interruptions? I'm trying to think. It can put 10 on a good day. This deck can set up, so if I'm able to get Mega out on my 3rd turn, right? Like, let's say I went first, my opponent went second, and then I'm going 3rd, my opponent couldn't break my board. If I can get Mega out, then you're looking at like 16 interruptions, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what I displayed in the Mega clip that I posted of my deck, but I'm pretty sure 15 interruptions is like 15 or 16 interruptions is insane, because Mega can negate 3 times. But even without Mega, it's still a good solid like 11 interruption board, 11-10 interruption board, which is still pretty badass. Your opponent draws 6. Is it hard to get out Mega? Not really. Like, if you have 2 of the Magician cards, which I have in my hand, and you get a substitute fusion, you can do it. I was kind of a retard and activated the King of Swamp, not really paying attention to what was in my hand. If I didn't get rid of King of Swamp, then when I summoned Tynamis, I could have summoned Mega on my 2nd turn here. But yeah, so this board's a lot different. Why? Because we have a target negate, trap negate. We have a negate from the hand or graveyard. If he can't attack us, we'll turn his monster to 0 attack points. With Star Leech on the field, he can't target any of my cards 2,000 or higher with card effects. And if he tries to nuke my board, the only card he's going to destroy is Star Leech. He's not going to destroy any of my other cards. And I'm not talking about the back row, I'm talking about my monsters itself. So you see how he activated Rengeki here? Watch what's going to happen. I don't have Hope Harbinger, right? See how he only destroyed Star Leech? And now, you know, I reset Emperor. That's why I put Emperor with Star Leech. So this deck just gives you a lot of reoccursion. When it cooks, and you just can't stop the cooking. It's like full combo, full extenders. You can do anything you want, and you can have fun with this deck, really. But like I said, it's tier 7 because it has a really gay brick radius, right? I think the reason I can't fusion summon is because I activated number 99's effect, and that's why I activated King of Swamp, because I got confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I couldn't draw into my substitute fusion, so I'm just like, okay, let me go and Galaxy Photon Lord. So this is still a crazy ass fucking board here. But yeah, it just has a brick radius. But can it get to diamond rank? Oh, 100% it can. But yes, definitely tier 7 in strength. The weakness is mostly because it bricks. But other than that, when it cooks, it's unstoppable. Alright, welcome back. So this is my Horus Utopia Bastille deck. It is currently tier 3 in strength of all 8 of my Utopia decks. Why is it tier 3 in strength? Okay, this deck used to be my weakest Utopia deck, no cap. 9-10 months ago, same thing. Same thing with the cash tier thing. I used this deck, I can only get to Plat 1, I couldn't get to Diamond rank, and then Mathematic Code Talkers had to pretty much carry me to Diamond rank every single time. So now, after I gave the deck a real update, the deck is just complete fucking sauce. You're talking with 13 interruptions with tons of reoccursion. You got the full power Bastille engine, especially when you get the trap card and you get the spell card on the field. So you got reoccursion with your Bastilles. If you have 2 level 6s on the field, you can go into I forgot that Xyz monster card where it's like an Omni Negate. It's 2 level 6. It's a dragon monster. The reason why Bastilles and Utopia work so well meshed together is because my deck is, thanks to the Galaxy engine, is warriors and dragon monsters, right? Like Galaxy Photon Dragon is a dragon card. Bastille cards are dragon cards. Tornado Dragon is a dragon card. Iron Dragon that we search to lock him out of the extra monster zone is a dragon card. So we have pop, we have reoccursion, we have +1, we have fucking everything. Not even just +1. We have really like +6 if I would get the Xyz full armor shit, right? This deck can fucking do it all. It's got a Fist Dweller, it's got Tornado Dragon. Depending on the opponent that you're up against, you can set up the correct board to out all his bullshit. So I also have Star Liege in the deck as well. I think I just put Star Liege in the deck to make it even stronger. So he can't target any of my monsters with 2,000 or higher attack with card effects. And if he tries to nuke my board, just like you saw in the previous video, it's only going to destroy Star Leech. What else makes this deck so powerful? So 98% of the duelists that play Master Duel use Link decks. Link decks are 1-card combos into everything. So why the Bastille deck is tier 3 in strength is because it's a 1-card combo if you have Lebellion or Magma Hut to search Iron Dragon. So your goal is to set up your roll with 3 cards. So when you end phase and you add Iron Dragon, make sure your Thotto is on, and then you could special summon Iron Dragon into their extra monster zone. You want to put Edge Claw outside of the extra monster zone. So now when Iron Dragon summons, he can't link summon, so he's locked. So he's got to deal with all the monster negates, all this bullshit. You summon Hope Harbinger, because he can't link summon, he can't extend. If he can't link summon, he can't play. So he can't link summon right now. This bot is locked. And if he tries to nuke the board, he's only going to destroy Star Liege. And he can't target it. So Droplet, he would have to target Star Liege and then everything. So he would have to get rid of his whole fucking hand, pretty much. And if he doesn't get rid of his whole hand, then we're going to have at least 1 monster negate, right? This deck's just phenomenal. The end board is absolutely cracked. Going up against a Link player or one of your Link friends, there's nothing that they can fucking do. It doesn't matter if they're using Mathematic Snake Eyes. The moment you lock them out, they're just going to be special summon like retards for no fucking reason. And that's pretty much it. Even Pendulum players, this destroys Pendulum decks because like you lock out the extra monster zone, they cannot, like they pretty much can't Pendulum summon, so they can't play, right? So I'm just here just showing you all the different interruptions that are on the board. If you didn't want to summon Hope Harbinger and summon Galaxy as Photon Lord, this board would be like 12 interruptions, and you would have, if Galaxy Eye special summons, you could banish a card from his extra deck. Now, if they try to get rid of Iron Dragon, they can't because they have to deal with 99, and 99 is going to turn the card into 0 attack points. It's a phenomenal board, very powerful, tier 3 for a reason. It's the best. Welcome back. So this is my Xyz Full Armor Horus Utopia deck. It is currently tier 2 in strength. So why is my Xyz Full Armor deck tier 2 in strength? Well, of all the uploads of my Horus Utopia deck, this deck has 714 views for a reason on my channel, and that is because of the gas. This deck has the most gas out of all my other Horus Utopia decks. Technically, you don't fucking brick with this deck, and if you are bricking, it is the game that is capping, not you, not the deck. You know, it's just Konami doing their weird stuff. But other than that, this deck just has pure fucking gas, and when it goes second, it's because with the gas, you can beat out most boards, extenders. You can snatch, since this deck is a combination of Shark, Kite, and Yuma, you have the opportunity now to snatch, steal their card that you want. With the Galaxy engine, we do have equip spells, so anytime you equip, so if I use Galaxy to bring Photon Jumper from the graveyard, it triggers that Fish Monster's effect, that Lancer's effect, and if I equip Edge Claw to Leo Ray, it also triggers his effect. Not now! So yeah, what makes this deck great is, like, when you're dealing with cards on the field that you don't want to go to the graveyard to trigger effects, you can snatch steal the fucking card. It does have, I put in the deck, and I believe it also has the, it has the Xyz Tactics also the deck, so you can choose whether you want to draw into cards or whether you want to just get numbers protection, which is Omni. I would say get numbers protection, right? And then transition yourself into Draco, and then continue the full combo. You're looking at, with this board that I'm setting up here, okay, so 10, so that's 11, 12, it's like 13, I would say 14, because number protection, not now! Numbers protection is the Omni Negate, so that's 11. And then the trap card in the graveyard, that quick chain effect activates, steals their card, and puts it onto your Lancer, is another interruption, so that's 12. So if you have one hand trap, then it would be 13. The reason this deck is high on tier list is because I've gotten to diamond rank twice with this deck in 2 different formats. One before, 2 when there was Horus, and 3 when I wanted to see if the deck was still viable when Yubel came into the game, and we still on stream got to diamond rank. So it's a very powerful deck with a solid ass end board, decent follow up and reoccursion. And with the trap card, the moment you equip their card, especially if you're up against Tenpai, if he tries to destroy, like nuke your board or whatever, first of all, he can't because the whole Harbinger and the Omni Negate trap card. But even if he tried, your Lancer will be protected because the equip card equipped to it from your graveyard back to the field. And it's a cool thing that I'm saying, like, board wipes and stuff, and the AI bot is displaying board wipes. So you guys can have like a clear picture on like how the deck operates pretty much. So I also have a trap negate as well. So like Utopia literally just fucking does everything, and people underestimate the deck. And you know, I am the best Utopia player in the community at the moment, and it's probably gonna stay like that forever because like I just keep coming up with new ideas to make the deck stronger, more valuable, and work well in any format. So right now I'm just showing you all the different types of interruptions and stuff like that. But yeah, this deck is very powerful. The reason it's so high is because of its consistency, because of what it can do going second, what it can do going first. With Photon Jumper in my hand, I can even stop Tenpai from, I can stop the whole fucking battle phase pretty much. They can't attack me. So other than that, this deck is like very fucking amazing, and it deserves to be tier 2 in the spotlight. Sorry, let's get on to the next deck now. Alright, so hi everybody, so welcome back again. So this is my Horus Utopia Advantage deck. It is currently tier 7. of all 10 of my Horus Utopia decks. So we're going to explain what's going on here. So I'm getting Max Seed challenged by the same insect deck. But the cool thing about the banish deck is that the whole idea is to banish 3, like this deck, you can banish 3 cards from your opponent's extra deck in 1 turn. And with the Xyz card, it's 1 at random, but when you summon number 1, Infection Buzz King, you get to choose which card to banish. And then when he attacks you and then you summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, you get to banish another card and you get to choose which card. And by then, it's already going to be the standby phase coming to your turn, so you get to banish a random card from his deck. So by the time it's your second turn, turn 3, you would have already banished 4 cards from his extra deck. 2 of them you picked and 2 at random. So the deck is very valuable because it's fucking up your opponent's resources from the extra deck. The deck is still really powerful because we still have the Horus engine, so we have like a lot of reoccursion. So what you're going to see in this clip is you're going to see me set up the most gayest, most toxic board ever. Now, if I would have went with Hope Harbinger instead of Galaxy Photon Lord for like more interruptions and stuff like that, I would have been able to protect my board from being like fucking nuked, pretty much. And I would have kept it pushing. But because I had the Horus engine, it allowed me to really pretty much stay in the game, and they can't really destroy Draco Future with Rengeki and shit, right? This deck also has the Xyz trap cards. That trap card in my hand is Xyz Wrath. So if he activates a monster effect that is level 5 or higher, it gets negated and it gets destroyed. And all I have to do is discard 1 card from my hand to activate that effect. So this deck is pretty badass. I had to give it an update today to give it the same trap cards I put in my King Overfiend deck. But the reason why it's tier 7 is because its recursion is absolutely insane, and the takes this deck to a whole new level with all the level 8s that you have at your disposal, and then the reincursion with Happy and stuff like that. Like, even if I would have summoned Happy right here, even if he blew up the board, he wouldn't have killed Happy, and then I would have reset like pretty much all my shit. But I chose not to summon Happy. Normally I would summon Happy, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm getting double Max Seed here. So I'm gonna banish a card from his extra deck. I'm gonna activate the trap card. So it's a pretty crazy ass board, but the cool thing is you get to see my board get wiped, and then you get to figure out firsthand like what plays to do to then stay in the game, right? So look, I'm choosing which card from his extra deck to banish. I banished it. I think he activates Rengeki here after this. So he draws +2, gets his field spell. Activates his field spell. So I pretty much set up a board where if I was up against Tenpai, this would like fuck over Tenpai, because I would banish both his synchro monsters. Then I would, then in the battle phase, he wouldn't really be able to attack me. Now, if it was a Max C challenge, I'm cooked. I would recommend putting like hand destruction in this deck. And also, if you guys want a deck list from all these decks, let me know, and then I could just repost the same video, but just with the deck lists at the end of it, or maybe make a whole separate video with just the deck lists and stuff like that and explain it. But yeah, so I'm dealing, he pretty much only has 7 cards left in his extra deck, and I still have Horus at my disposal here. I didn't put the field spell just in case he nuked my board. So we're gonna get rid of Galaxy Zero here. We're gonna keep numbers protection in our hand, and we're just gonna win with tier 3 fucking Horus. We put the trap, we put that. And now, I didn't really have to go Hope Harbinger here, but I just did anyways, just in case. Because I'm really concerned with the damn field spell. So we attack here. He activates this shit. He destroys my Hope Harbinger. Triggers my effects. I draw cards. I re-get back my level 8s. So I want to get back Buzz King. And then I'm looking through my deck here. So, when your board is gone, you want to focus on level 8s. So you really want to send back like Hope Harbinger and shit like that. And Buzz King or whatever you want to do to, you know, get rid of the board that you're up against, pretty much. Ugh. We're sitting in a good spot. I think I have 30 cards in my deck. He has 6 cards in his deck, and he's out of reoccursion. I got rid of like all the sweaty ass extra deck monsters that he has, pretty much, so I don't really have to worry about that much. Plus, he kind of fucked himself using the Pot of Desires card, like getting rid of 6 cards or 10 cards random out of his extra deck. So he kind of just helped me out pretty much. The great thing about this deck is it's got solid reoccursion. It's got all the full power like Horus shit, and it's got 3 of the field spells as well, so you're guaranteed to see Horus. And it has Nib evenly matched, and then it has all the trap cards, so it's a pretty solid deck with good follow-up reoccursion, and yeah, it just really helps you win. The little card of this fucking head is getting annoying. With Numbers Protection, if he destroys a number monster, we're just going to reset Numbers Protection onto the field. But yeah, so far so good. So the field spell is pissing me off. Right, so I'm going to activate his effect, banish another card from his deck, and then I'm going to destroy his field spell because that shit's getting annoying. And then yeah, then I end my turn. He's got 2 cards left in his deck. Now he's got 1 card left in his deck. He sets. So out of all the decks you've seen so far, this deck really took this insect deck to the limit pretty much. Because if he can't use his extra deck, he can't really stop me. And even if my board is gone, I still have Horus, and I still have Reset with Happy to then re-get back my Xyz monsters that he destroyed. I pop his back row because I don't have Edge Claw, and then we just fucking kill this kid for game. So it's a really powerful deck, and it deserves to be tier 7, so yeah. Alright, hey everybody, welcome back. So this is my Horus Egyptian God card deck. It is currently tier 4 in strength at the moment. Okay, so why is it tier 4 in strength? The Egyptian God card deck is a confirmed 12-13 interruption board. It can cook, it has a lot of gas. There was a video I posted. Okay, so you know my highlight video on my channel where like I send Yubel to the Shadow Realm? So this deck used to be one of my weakest decks. And I was in Diamond, like just trying to have a casual match, right? And I lost to Yubel, and that's when I snapped. And then like I really thought of pretty much everything I could do with this deck. And then my next match Yubel, I slapped them up. Next match Yubel, I slapped them up. So this deck, I think it was last month, I think it was season 33 or whatever. I wanted to challenge myself with my Egyptian God card deck, and I got it to Diamond rank. So this is a Diamond caliber deck. It's got a lot of reoccursion, and with Soul Crossing and Soul Exchange, you're able to tribute off your opponent's field, whatever board they have. You just, you know, like you set up your full board, you put Soul Crossing, it's 12 interruption. If they get past all your negates and still have reoccursion, you can activate Soul Crossing, tribute their field. So why is it tier, hold on, let me look at my phone. So why is it tier 4 above Aaron's deck? Okay, so it's not really the best at outing hand traps, but in terms of getting rid of your opponent's board, it is the optimal best at it. So if I have Slight to the Sky Dragon on the field, if they normal summon a card lesser than 2,000, it gets blown the fuck up, right? If I do Soul Crossing, summon Slight to the Sky Striking, Tenpai is getting beat the fuck up. If I do Soul Crossing, get rid of like their Synchro Monster and all their shit, then they don't have any more follow-up they can do in the battle phase, and I can just summon Spear Mode, and then he's cooked. So in terms of dealing with Tenpai, this deck is way better at it. It still has way more reoccursion than Aaron's deck. That's why Aaron's deck is below this. On top of that, you got nostalgia with the 3 Egyptian God cards in your deck, and only Utopia has the strength to maintain that consistency of full board and being able to summon your God cards. Also, with this deck, we can also banish cards per standby phase from his extra deck. So the one card that they're going to want to get rid of first is this fucking Sea Castle card or whatever. They have to get rid of, even though 99 is even worse because their monster will turn to 0 attack, they have to get rid of that card or their extra deck is just gone per standby phase, right? So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we don't have Soul Crossing. And then 10 with Hope Harbinger, yeah. So yeah, this is the 10 interruption board. Had a hand trap and Soul Crossing, it would be 12. But it's pretty fucking badass. Plus Tornado Dragon on the field, we could pop, like, if it's stunned, we can just pop their bullshit. So this deck is very valuable in rank climb, and it's very valuable in terms of summoning a god card. Like, look, I'm going to summon the first god card, and my opponent is going to stop it. I don't need 99 on the field. So I summon Slice to the Sky Dragon, right? I put my shit in attack mode. I'm preparing to set up like a crazy ass like FTK with Slice to the Sky Dragon because he's my favorite god card, right? So then he does this shit. He pops Slice to the Sky Dragon. I get mad. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright. And then he activates this. I negate this. I send that to the graveyard. If I had an extra horse card in the graveyard, I probably would have went into Lancelot. And I probably would have been able to negate that and then still FTK with Slice to the Sky Dragon. So that would have still been a good, solid GG. So I go into Lancelot now. Now the problem is I can kill him right here, but I think he card or whatever didn't activate an effect, and I still want to summon like my second Egyptian god card. Most players in rank, they can only maybe summon one god card at once. But with Utopia, we're able to summon it multiple different times. And search it because we get like, you know, we get +5 with Xyz Tactics, which is kind of where you want to get your deck. You have to get Xyz Tactics because it's a god card deck, you have to draw cards. I purposely activated Astro's effect to negate so that I Wing Dragon overall. So here you're going to see me summon Wing Dragon right now. Okay, so I'm going to activate the effect, pay 1,000, get rid of all his shit, pay 1,000, get rid of all his shit. Then he activates this effect. I can't target insect monsters or whatever, so I don't want to attack him directly. I get rid of this, and then I can attack him directly now. He doesn't control insect monsters, so this deck's badass. It's got nostalgia, it's got everything, and it's #1. Talk to it. It's insane. Alright, so hey everybody, so welcome back. So this is my Yugioh Horus Utopia deck. It is currently tier 8 in strength. I just want to repeat myself that, like I said, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you're dealing with tier 8, tier 5, tier 6. All my Utopia decks are diamond caliber, all of them being the diamond rank. I've accomplished all these things on stream. So all the decks are powerful in their own right, and it's just based off the board that you're trying to set up and the board you're trying to play. Now, in terms of dealing with Tenpai, I feel like this Yugioh deck is a really strong contender to be using right now format, because once you summon Yugioh, it doesn't even matter if they activate the field spell. The moment they activate anything, you rank up, summon Yugioh, and then everything's negated. The field spell, all his monster cards, everything's fucking negated. My shit's negated, his shit's negated. So if he's thinking to himself, okay, I'm gonna set Super Poly, I'm gonna set Droplet, I'm gonna set all these fucking things on the field. Right when it's end phase, you get to pop the whole fucking board. You get to pop all spells and trap cards. So all the Super Polys and Droplets and everything that he's going to activate when it's your turn, he can't fucking do. And you still have all your monster negates, so he's not going to activate anything from his hand to stop any of your plays. Plus you still have Horus, plus you have Red Reboot in this deck. So like, this deck is the most valuable to use right now in this format. The only reason is it's this low on tier list is because I don't know, I kind of updated it today. It's pretty good in terms of consistency, but sometimes when you're really high in rank, you sort of brick sometimes, but the deck still has decent follow-up, and it still has a decent ass end board, pretty much. So look, he activates his field spell, it chain activates my rank up, and then we go into Yugioh right now. Now everything's just gonna get fucking negated. And activates, gets negated. So I was reading Karibo's effect here, and his effect's not going to get negated. So once I activate Karibo's effect, Galaxy Eyes comes to the field. We can banish a card from his deck. He destroys himself, and we equip Karibo to him, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So he ends his turn. We nuke all spells and traps. We still have Red Reboot in our hand, and yeah. And now we're summoning Hope Harbinger. So we have Trap Negate, still Spell Negate. Yeah, so this is a pretty badass deck. 100%. Really good. Alright guys, welcome back. So this is my Horus Utopia Gigantic Champions deck. It's currently tier 9 in strength at the moment. This deck is very valuable, very powerful, and the cool thing about this deck is we have the Therion and Springer engine in this deck. So we have an Xyz monster that can pop a card in the moment we discard a material to negate a card on his field. So we have a pop or a return to his hand. We can either choose to destroy his card or return it to the hand. So if it was Tenpai, we would return the fucking level 4 to his hand. He can't normal summon anymore. Right? What else does it have? So it has an Omni Negate, and I think I also have numbered protections in the deck. I'm not 100% sure. Or trap cards. I'm not 100% sure. I updated this deck today. So we're going to see what the end board looks like. So pretty much you're going to have like 3 ways of stopping spells and traps with your fucking board. Pretty much 2 spell negates, or 3 if, you know, I get numbers protection on the field. It has +5, just like most of my Utopia decks, because they all have Xyz tactics in the deck. Galactic Champions is a very simple combo. If you have tons of reoccursion, you can easily get out the deck. I think I did 2 videos. I think this was the first match where I kind of fucked up the combo, but I still summoned a really crazy ass board, I think. So you're gonna see 2 variations of this board, and this board is fucking insane. So I didn't have enough resources to do the Therion stuff. So this was the first end board I kind of created with Happy as reoccursion, and then like I summoned Hope Harbor. So spell negate, trap negate, reset, target negate. You can't activate monster effects in the battle phase, so that stops Tenpai right there. Hope Harbinger. You know, we still have Karibo in our hand. We still have the Horus engine. You know what I mean? We still have a lot of crazy things we can do for follow-up. The deck, the reason why this deck is tier 9 right underneath Kalyuga is because Kalyuga, it negates everything. Your opponent can't play. This deck is more or less, it pretty much just stops, like it just has like an extra Omni Negate with the Therion cards, and it can just out all that shit. It has Nib in the deck. I can't remember if I took Evenly Match out, but the deck is pretty good with FTKing, and that's the match right there. So it's pretty badass. So we're gonna continue. So this is the same deck, but I'm gonna do my Therion combo here. I think I figure out a way that I could do full combo. I'm just trying to dissect what I want to do combo wise here real quick, and I think I kind of figured out the plays. I normal summon Photon Jumper. Alright, I go Sage. I send Jumper to the graveyard to get the extender. I get Jumper because I don't have Galaxy Photon Dragon on the field. I effect to get rid of Galaxy Zero. I get Pickup. Pickup, I get Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, I get rid of Dark Ruler. Right. So you're probably wondering, wait, but cheesemo, you can't normal summon anymore. Well, that's where the Galaxy engine comes in. So we overlay, we go into Galaxy Photon Dragon, we discard a material, we get 100, we activate 100, we send Photon Emperor. Photon Emperor comes back, change him into level 4. We have an additional normal summon for any light monster. We normal summon him. Then we can activate him, special summon Zabuza. Now we go into Draco. Like, the combos are so consistent, so valuable. This is the same fucking deck, but different board. So now I'm showing you the actual Therion board. Before I was gonna delete the other thing, but then I was like, fuck it, you know, for our community, for my subscribers, I'm gonna show you 2 different variations of. So now we go into Therion Regulus. We activate Therion Regulus' effect. Do not equip the machine card to the Xyz card. Leave it in the graveyard, because Therion can only be special summoned if there's a machine card in the graveyard. So that's the combo, right? So now we have a pop, we have an Omni negate, we have a monster negate, we're going to have a target negate, a trap negate, and then we're going to have, I think, maybe Hope Harbinger. So it's an absolutely insane fucking board, absolutely insane fucking combo. With Therion Regulus on the field and Galactic Champion on the field, like, pretty much I could destroy Tenpai's field spell. I can destroy their Harpy Feather Duster or Rengeki or whatever. I can negate it. And with Hope Harbinger, I can just negate their spell card to add a level 4 from their hand, which they always fucking have. And then at the same time, they still have to deal with trying to attack me and shit like that, which Hope Harbinger could attack. You know, we still have the Horus engine. You know, like, the deck is just valuable. Like, you could do a lot. When the deck cooks, it cooks. Consistency wise, it's pretty good, but the only reason it's low on tier list, like the only reason why it's tier 9 is because it slightly bricks online. Like, the lower decks on tier list are the decks that slightly brick when you're very, very high in rank. Now, normally when you're on your rank up game, the game tries to give you hands where it's like unwinnable hands. But you gotta try to find a way to win so you can rank up, right? Because the best decks win going first and second. And, like, look at this incredible fucking board. This board is fucking tight. This board is tight. So let's pretend that's their field spell, the Tenpai field spell negated. We negate this. So for him, he would have to droplet every single card on my field. And if he doesn't droplet every single card on my field, we still have 1 negate, 100%. So that's what makes this deck a really top contender, because it could just set up the craziest. They can't really do anything about it. So he activates the effect, we negate. So now we're cooking, and then we end them. So yeah, so that's that deck, and now the last deck. Alright, so welcome back, guys. This is my Horus Utopia King Overseeing deck. It is tier 6 in strength currently at the moment. It is right underneath Aaron's deck, which can pretty much stop almost any hand trap. So what does this deck do? I pretty much set up this deck to stop Tenpai and pretty much any other deck there is. You know, you don't want to focus on one deck. You want to be able to set up a board that stops pretty much everything, right? So I show you 2 duels. This is the first duel against the stun player. And it's good that I had these 2 duels saved, because personally I didn't want to go in custom game, you know, do all these combos. I'm really tired. I've been editing for like 3 hours. But anyways, so the end board, pretty much you have Hope Harbinger on the field. You set up King Overfiend so he can't activate any monster effects. That's why I didn't summon Galaxy as Photon Lord, because he negates all monster effects. And then you just need Hope Harbinger. And if you're up against Tenpai, if he attacks you, you can negate all his attack position monsters in the battle phase, like permanently negate them. Plus, you lessen their attack, then you can attack twice. So what happened is he destroyed my Xyz monster. I boosted Draco because he can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. Then I purposely activated that Lancer's effect because I knew he had an Omni negate, so that I can boost Draco again, so that I can FTK kill the stun player. Because Draco is the best card to put it on because he can't be destroyed by battle by card effect. So that was this. So now you're gonna see the ultimate duel of this entire clip. It's me versus fucking Tenpai on my rank up to platform no, Diamond 4. Okay? Me and him are both on a rank up right now. This is both our rank up games. I'm in a maxi challenge. So I'm just trying to set up the best optimal board that I can. Also, what makes this deck is very good to use in this format right now because, like I said, King Overfiend negates all monster effects, like whether it's main phase, battle phase, main phase 2, it doesn't matter. It's like any monster on his field is negated. And then, you know, the Lancer card negates all of his monsters in the battle phase, right? So the problem is that like he dropleted me and then he dropleted me twice. Like this deck is tier 1 for a reason. I think it's tier 1. I have no idea. So we had Photon Jumper in our hand, and I'm just showing you that like I can end the battle phase. So I pretty much stopped his plays. Since I hand destructed him, he doesn't really have that much resources left. He only has like 10 cards left in his deck. So right now I'm trying to bait his Defleur, and the moment he negates one of my cards, he's cooked. So I had Kribo in my graveyard so my card didn't get destroyed by card effect. And it has a secondary effect, so I can still do Emperor and then change it into level 4 because it's not a permanent negate. I set up Draco. I set Xyz Wrath. He has another Cosmic Cyclone. Xyz Wrath could have dealt with his Synchro monsters, but he fucking got rid of it. He droplet me again. I was able to save Draco from being destroyed. So now we're in turn 5. Going turn 6 now. I kind of fucked up. I didn't want to put my card in defense mode, but I was able to fix it, change him into attack mode, set my other trap negate. If he targets any of my cards on the field, I negate it, and he gets burn 800 damage. He gets field cell recursion. He destroys my defense mode. So I get a Horus card. I was going to bring back to level 8 and then summon my Happy and then attack, but he surrendered. This is his deck, so it's not capped. So yeah, so like my Horus Utopia decks are literally tier 3 in strength. They're phenomenal.
That's exactly what I want to do. What? He's going for that? Better come back, baby. Baby, it was 1, 2, 3. It was nothing. Hey, everything about you. Baby, it was 4, 5, 6. It was nothing. Honestly, yo, Chan, the girls you meet are kind of retarded. I ain't gonna lie. I've never, ever in my life, in my long ass life, had a girl tell me, oh, let me go confirm with my side nigga, that, yo. Hey, yo. Oh, shoot, let me stop, bro. Yeah, can you stop, bro? Before we swim back from that? No, that's weird. Editing, what are you doing right now? Is editing it? You should be watching the same. What he meant to say is he's watching hentai. Hentai. Yeah, so. What? What is it? No, I probably watched it. That's why I'm asking what we're having. I got it, bitch. Hard to feel. You pronounce that right? You pronounce that right? The drive game is on, baby. The drive game is on. Alright, did I summon Astrotopia? I did not, so this is the combo. Oh wait, I don't have Master. What the hell? Yeah. Where are you going? No, baby. Activate this. I know, I'm realizing that now. Yeah, I'm realizing that now. Do you have the Brass's linear deck to the same? Of course I do, but it's still not. Bro, that's why I'm saying the only reason you lost the arrow is because he matched you. That's literally it. There's no other reason, bro. Yeah, because the first match he said that boy was unstoppable. Awesome. I'm gonna avenge it. I'll tell him. Yeah, that's their main game plan. I'm about to scrap this guy. What? I'm 3 and 1. I didn't make anything like crazy. I have rollback in my other deck. So it's straight, my guy. It's straight. So yeah, straight as can be. I'm liking, boy. Super Saiy's locked in. Talk to him now. Probably the effect of this. Draw cards. That's Avengers theme song, right? Man, I can't wait to eat dinner and wash my clothes, baby. I can't wait to go to work tomorrow, make that money, baby. The moolah, the coolah. Come on now. To mix? I want to hear it, 9. Really? Oh, baby. The grind game is real. Come on. I got 3 monsters in my deck. Awesome. Good to know. What else you got, Suzanne? What else you got? Oh my god, I want to know. I want to know. I got means, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, chicken, chicken. Yeah, got you there, now, big boy. No, it's not. It's not copyrighted. How's that copyrighted? How's that copyrighted? That's a mile, baby. Come on now. I can't be seeing means, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. I thought America was all about free country. No, it's not. Fuck no. Fuck it. Fuck it. Meat smoking. Yeah. Which? They got no. And this way. We played twice, but twice though. It's all about that. He said I mean, oh, you love me. I wish I could sell mine. Nothing. I just need to know. Yeah, you're more than I'm sure there's anything wrong with forward. Bandits. Check. He talks about songs. What? You wanted to do what? With his who? Who, what, when, where, and why? Don't have a zero, I can't think about the vibe. To suck what? I did like that. He's gonna summon another scroll. He's gonna summon another scroll, so we can go.